And welcome to the Two Sticks and String podcast. I am your host, Jessie. I am an American wife living in Germany with my Army husband. We have been stationed here in Bavaria, and we are here for another year, and we absolutely love it here. I am a knitter, I am a crocheter, I cross stitch, I latch hook, I am a crafter of all kinds. And I want to share all of the fun things that I do with you. So let's get started on today's episode. First off, if you want to get in contact with me, you can find me on Instagram as Army Wife Knitting Life. If you want to contact me on Ravelry, I am Army Wife Knit Life. You can also join our Ravelry group, which is the Two Sticks and String podcast, or you can leave a comment right down below, and I will always try to respond to you as quickly as I can. However, my friend Alex is coming tomorrow. Woohoo! And she's going to be here for 2 weeks, and we're going to be traveling all over Europe. So I might not have the best reception and internet capabilities for a little bit, depending on where we are. So just be prepared. It might be a longer delay, a little bit more of a delay than usual, because I try and get back to you within a few hours. So just keep that in mind. If you have general questions, if you leave them in the Ravelry group or on YouTube, one of my friends will more than likely answer it for you if it's something just super simple, general. And if it's a little more personalized, they'll wait for me to take it over. So that said, I have a lot of things going on. We currently have the cowl that closes today. It is the Thank You for Being a Friend cowl, because I love Golden Girls. It's one of my mini fandoms. And we have fun prizes. There will be 2 pattern prize winners, and you can choose a pattern of your choice that is up to $7 on Ravelry, and I will send it out to you. How fun is that? I love getting free patterns because it's like something new and exciting, but it doesn't add to my stash. It doesn't add any weight. It just gives options, and that's fun. Also, there is the amazing grand prize. Let me grab it. And the grand prize is this. How awesome. This is Golden Pearls yarn, which is right here on the boardwalk. It's a fingering weight 2-ply, and it's 100% superwash merino from the Golden Pearls. And their yarn is my jam. It is all Golden Girls themed. And look at these beautiful colors. So fun. And this has 400 yards to it for 100 grams. That's some great yardage, you guys. Also, you can win this amazing sweater bag from Molly Klein Design. It totally reminds me of Blanche's Boudoir. It is still in packaging. I have not opened it at all, so when you get it, you'll be the first one to touch it and see it and enjoy all the fresh goodness and crinkly. Sorry for the crinkles. I know a lot of people don't like them. But they're unavoidable when I'm keeping things nice, fresh, and clean for you, and pristine. Okay, with that said, I love cowls, and my friends have a bunch of them going on. I'm not going to go into detail about what they are this time, just because I have a lot of last minute things to do, finish up some laundry, dishes, housework for when guests come. So this is going to be super short. But go check out the Ravelry boards and the podcast of Diary of a Physicist Farm Gal, Knick Knack Knits, A Crocheting Hoovian, Vanilla Sock Pig, making sure that I got everybody. I think that's it for right now. Oh, also check out Melissa Honeybee Knits, because all of them are absolutely fabulous. And these 4 are in my Zoom room all the time. Melissa pops in on weekends, and I absolutely love it when she pops in. We text every day, and I love her dearly. Go check her out and also buy her yarn. Okay? We good? Also buy her bags so that I don't buy them. Also buy her yarn so that I don't buy it, because I don't need help with stash. First off, you will notice that I am in a different location today, and it's technically not different. I am just turned 90 degrees. Normally, my desk sits right over here. However, we have taken the desk out because it has seen some better days. It was my sister's desk in grade school, and she's 11 years older than me, and I am 26. So that desk is well over 30 years old. It has made more than 5 moves in its life. It was time for it to retire. So it's currently downstairs, just waiting until we move again, because it still works. It's just a little loose and it looks banged up. So I'm getting a new one. But we decided to move it out first because my friend with Alex coming tomorrow, German rooms, in case you don't know, tend to be small. At least the bedrooms, living rooms, and kitchens and basements. Enormous rooms. Bedrooms, not so much. And so I wanted to make sure that she had plenty of room in here to make her comfortable and that she had room to lay out and spread things out and pack and just make herself at home. And so we took the desk out. I have a new one coming in a few weeks. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be fabulous and it looks beautiful. I'm ready for it to be here. But so I'm going to be podcasting from this area until that desk arrives. So you get a view at some of my project bags in my collection. And in case you're wondering, this top row up here is mostly Molly Klein design. And there is a lot of the Styles bag, which is Draco Malfoy right there. And there's also, behind my head, an April 9 Designs bag. The row behind me, that one, is Bags by Awesome Granny. All of it. That's all the row is. There's at least one bag on each hook. There are 3 on the back too. And there's also 2 bags that are off of hooks right now because I'm using them temporarily to house projects while traveling. Then over on this side, you have my Stitching Plaza bags, which is the most part. So like Hamilton, sweaters, Doctor Who, this little drawstring bag right here, this whole collection of them is Fate's Thread. And then I have some Bijou Garden gifts in there as well. So like the Doctor Who bag right there is one. And then there's another one hidden under other bags. So, and then behind me is, I'm never going to get used to switching angles, my sock yarn stash, which is sorted by dyer, and also this is just Regia yarn right here, and then these 3 are all just onesie twosie skeins from different dyers, and then you have my Doctor Who owls, and you have my mask from Venice. So you get a little tour of part of my craft room. Okay, let's get started. First off, finished objects. Woohoo! I am wearing the biggest one, and you guys have never seen it before because it was a secret test knit and I couldn't talk about it until Friday. So, this is the Magpie Tendency sweater from Skinanigans. I'm going to get up close so that you can get a good look at it. It's got a very loose gauge, as you can see, because you can see my hands through there. So make sure if you're wearing it, you have something underneath, like I do. I have comfy cami. I love this sweater because it is knit with 2 skeins of fingering weight for my size. I actually used less than 2 skeins. I only used 1.75. And I know because I weighed it, which you should be doing to get ready for, yoo-hoo, Big Stash Blowout. I used 808.5 yards of yarn to create this. I absolutely love it. This is Knit Picks Stroll, hand painted in the Gemstones colorway. And it comes in 100 gram balls. So again, I used less than 2 skeins. And so that means that you can go into your stash, find 2 skeins of yarn you like that go together, and you can get a sweater. And it's very light. It was a lot of fun to knit. It was a very unique construction. And I really like it also because, as we've discussed and as you've just seen, I'm a bigger woman, and that is fine. I am totally comfortable with my body and with myself. And this sweater comes in so many different sizes. It comes from a 33-inch bust up to a 68-inch bust. You are supposed to have 6 to 8 inches of positive ease, and I do have that. And it was really nice to have a sweater that was so size inclusive. And so accessible for a price point. Because if you look at a winter sweater, for someone by my size, you're looking at least $80 worth of yarn. And that's for getting Knit Picks yarn. And so if you want like an indie dyed sweater, you're looking at hundreds of dollars. And so it can, if you want to do that, that is fine. However, I can tell you it's not an accessible thing for me and my family for me to do that. So I really appreciated that this was only 2 skeins, and it was special. And so I really appreciate it. I think it's a fabulous design. I hope that you guys can all get it and check it out, because it's just, I will tell you, I'm 100% honest here. When I was starting this sweater, I did not see how it was going to end up as a sweater. The construction in the beginning is so different to anything I've ever done. So this is knit, as I said, it's fingering weight yarn, and I knit it with ChowGoo red lace interchangeables and on needles size 10.5. So it's very loose gauge. It knits up very quickly. I think I finished it in about 7 days, so it wasn't bad at all. I actually had this last time I recorded. It was almost complete. I just had to pick up for the sleeves, which are 5 rows each when you do the short sleeve version. So, I mean, I literally was not allowed to show it, or I would have. But it was a fun knit, and I really hope you guys enjoy knitting it. Also, I finished quite a few socks. You ready? I have to get the pat stack up. Here we go. All right, first pairs first. I just dropped my phone. That wasn't good. On my Knitting Left sock blockers from Melissa, have my name. These are the Felici Candy Shop socks, and I call them the "Come on, what you waiting for," because I, in case you don't know, slightly addicted to musicals, and Heather's was really popular for the past few weeks because Riverdale did its musical episode, It's All Heather's Music, this past week. And so one of the songs in there is Candy Store. So, come on, what you waiting for? Step into my candy store. And I figured Candy Shop was close enough. So I used Knit Picks Stroll in the Dandelion colorway for the heels, toes, and cuffs. And, of course, Candy Shop Felici for the main body of the sock. And I used 1 skein, so that's why they are shorties. These are for my aunt for her Christmas box of socks. As always, my socks are the vanilla extract pattern from Riza Knits, and I knit them using various sized sock needles. It doesn't matter. I always magic loop, toe up, and I end up with 27 stitches on either side of my loop, and I use a Fish Lips Kiss heel. So, got all the questions out of the way of my socks. The next pair of socks that I completed are these. These are the Seafaring, also from Knit Picks Felici. And this time I used Peapod in Knit Picks Stroll for the heels, toes, and cuffs. And they are on my heart blockers from Alex Workshop Design. These are also from my aunt. I will let you know when they switch from being for my aunt to my mother. And the last pair for my aunt on my owl blockers is the My Little Pony colorway from Moose and You Yarns. And what I love about her colors is if you look at these stripes, she's a newish, relatively new dyer. And these color changes, you can see right there, they aren't long and drawn out. They aren't muddy. They are relatively quick on switching. And I absolutely love that they're so clean. As I said, it's a My Little Pony, so I call these the Meine kleine Pferde socks, because I have to name things in German when I can, using my limited vocabulary. So she's got a few. I believe this makes her up to 10 pairs completed for her box this year. So only 2 more left. Yay. All right, these next 2 are for my mother. We have the Pfefferminze, my Hamilton Star sock blockers from Alex Workshop Design. This is a Regia colorway, and it felt Christmassy. It's not really a Christmas yarn from them. It's just one of the colors of one of the German states. It's also the color of the Polish flag. So it's not necessarily meant to be Christmas, but I made it Christmassy because why not? We all need a little Christmas right this very minute. I'm going to be singing along all day. Sorry, guys. So it happens. So I have those done. Hooray! I feel so good getting these socks mostly completed because it's already April, you guys, and I'll have 2 of my bigger Christmas presents done. I do still need to finish the paw print blanket for my nephew, though. I have not touched it in weeks, so maybe I'll work on that while Alex is here because grinding squares are super easy to work on in the car. Don't have to worry about losing stitches off your needles or dropping anything or counting. You just go. You don't have to follow a pattern. It's memorized and it's small and portable. The last finished object that I have for you guys are these. This is a Lana Grossa yarn, and it is, I called it Blauen Streife because it didn't have a colorway name. If you want to know the colorway number, you can look on my Ravelry project page, but I don't have it memorized, and these are on my swirl sock blockers from Alex Workshop Design. I did order 2 new pairs of sock blockers this week. They're coming from Poland, but they have to go all the way to the States to come all the way here because I sent them to my American address because who knows where I'm going to be for the next 2 weeks to answer deliveries from German postmen. And if you aren't there to answer, they don't leave your package at the door. They just say, come in and get it at this place. And I don't want to do that. So it's going to the American address where it'll sit and wait until I'm ready to pick it up, which means that they're most likely not even going to be there before I come home. But that's okay. That's all right. That is it for finished objects, you guys. All right. I do have 1/2 finished object, though. That is this sock. This is the Knit Picks Felici colorway in the hibiscus color, and it's got the dandelion heels, toes, and cuffs from Knit Picks Stroll. This is the first sock from pair 11 for my aunt for Christmas. So I'm getting so close, you guys, to having hers done. So happy about that. I also finished my 19th pair of socks this year just yesterday. So I'm very excited. Some of those have been for me, so I do still have a little bit more work to do on socks for my mother to catch up. But that's okay, because I have them going. You're going to see them in just a second. Because they are all of my sock webs are currently being housed in my Expecto Patronum bag from Stitching Plaza. The first sock I'm working on is this beauty, Alice im Wonderland. This is a Mousse New yarn in her Alice colorway. I am just getting started. As I said, it's the first sock, and it's got this nice little progress keeper from Simply Serving HK on it. It's a sea turtle. I bought it because sea turtles are, well, turtles in general are my husband's thing. So it's a nice little thing. It helps me think of him while I'm knitting. And I'm using Knit Picks needles on these. I think these are a size 1.5. As I said, magic loop. And I really love this color. I think it's genius because you have every color of Alice is represented. You have her shoes, her dress, her apron, her skin, her hair, and then the bow in her hair. So I think it's perfect, and it's Disney, and we all know that I love Disney, so this is just meant to be. I love it. We also have Hiding Away. Here we go. This is the second sock of the hibiscus from my aunt. This is what the ball looks like for the hibiscus, and it's Felici, so you can unfortunately no longer get this color, but I'm sure that if you check destashes, somebody's going to be destashing it, since so many people buy it and then decide, no, I don't want it anymore. I know that since I tend to only make one, I make my socks and I only use one ball, I always buy the second one just to be safe and be sure. I feel comforted that way, but after a while of it just sitting there, I do tend to send them out to friends. I use them as giveaway prizes just because I don't need that second skein. I've already knit the colorway. I'm not going to knit another pair of it, to be honest. And then the final pair of socks I'm working on is the Regia Season Dreams color. This is Farbe 2440, which is 2440. And I was actually originally going to cast these on when Laura and I had the Sensational Stripes cowl going. However, we all know how well that worked for me with my mom coming. I did not get nearly the amount of stuff I wanted to get done. But so this is very fallish. These socks are going to be for my mom, and I believe that this is a Charmed and Dangerous Progress Keeper. I got it in my Arkansas Yarn Co. advent calendar this year. But so I think it'll be fun. I think it's a little Halloween-y, definitely autumnal, and I'm hoping to get those done soon. This is also a first sock. So the only second sock that I have currently on my needles is the hibiscus. And that is it for in this bag, other than I have both of their feet in here. That's it though. But I am about to add another pair of socks into this little baggie as of tomorrow, because tomorrow is April 1st. And do you guys know what that means? It's a new month, which means new Desert Vista Dye Works. So we have this bright gorgeousness right here. This is Desert Vista Dye Works Neon Spring in their Zeon base. And it's self-striping, of course, because that's all I buy from Desert Vista. And I have already caked it up. You guys never see these caked up. I'm always showing you it in skein form, so I figured I would show you what one of her cakes looks like. And I'm really excited. I thought it was very Eastery, very bright, very springy, hence Neon Spring. And it fit with the month, so I am casting these on first thing tomorrow morning. And I am so excited because I am ready for spring to be here. I'm tired of the cold. Then I only have one other work in progress. It's being housed in my hippo bag from Bags by Awesome Granny. And this is a sample knit for my darling friend Melissa. As I said, go check out her podcast because she's a joy and I love being able to call her my friend. It's really special. Hi, Melissa. I hope that you got your socks done and posted. I know that you got them done because you sent me the picture, but I hope that you post them today after they're dry. I am working on the night shift for her using all of her yarn. And so we're going to start over here at this part. I know I have it upside down, but deal with it. All right, we have up close. This is Crushed Mulberry is the pink colorway and Panning for Gold. And this is all in her fingering tweed base. And I'm holding it double because the shawl is written for worsted weight, and all fingering, it's beautiful doubled up. It really is, but you want to make it thicker. And so even held double, fingering weight is only sport weight, so it is looking a little smaller than it should. Over here, this green is Mint Leaves. This is the blue in the navy. Purple is Your Highness. And then this gray, which you can see a little easier over here, is Flagstone. And I think this is turning out absolutely beautiful. And I'm using my ChowGoo Red Lace interchangeables. And this is the 8, which is a 5mm needle. But so it is, this is section 6 out of 9 that I'm working on. So I'm most likely going to add a few extra sections based off of how much yardage I have left at the end. But I'm going to show you all of these skeins caked up so that you can get a better idea of the colors. So we have that crushed mulberry. And as I said, it's tweed. We have, let me pull out. I'm going to pull them out in order. This is Panning for Gold. Mint Leaves. And these are all tonals. They don't have speckles or anything. Any speckles you see, like in this one, looks really speckly. It's just the tweed. And then we have in the navy. And these two are attached to the project, so I can't really show too much. There is Your Highness and Flagstone. Are these not beautiful? I'm going to cry sending the shawl back to her, but it's a sample knit so that she can have something in her booth that is A, a beautiful pattern, and B, made out of all of her yarn. So it's super special, and I feel so grateful that she trusted me to make this beautiful for her. So I have been working away on it. It was with me when I went to Garmisch, and I got a lot of work on it done at that point. I did not get a lot of pictures of Garmisch. I know I said I was going to try and take some, but all the pictures that I got are honestly all on Instagram already. So I'm not going to just insert them at the end here because it doesn't make any sense to. All right. We're at the last section of the podcast. My stash enhancements. These are the only ones I'm going to show because some of them were gifts and I have not decided what I am doing with them quite yet, but these are what I purchased and will be using probably within the near future, or it's Desert Vista Dye Works. I always show Desert Vista Dye Works. So this is the mystery mini skein set from Melissa, and it's all sparkly, and we all know that I love some sparkles. How beautiful are these colors? She knows that I am on a solid kick because I have a lot of variegateds and I need something solid or tonal to pair with them. The other two stash enhancements that I have are, this is Aqua Orchid. And of course it's on her sparkle base from Desert Vista. And I mean, look at how bright these are. So fun. And then when this colorway came out, how did anybody honestly expect me to not get it? Because everyone knows that I have a love of Riverdale. And that's what this is. Riverdale. Absolutely. And the colors also kind of coordinate with my gemstone magpie tendency. How awesome is that? All right, just quick life chatter, and then I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. Life chatter is, as we've said multiple times, my friend Alex is coming tomorrow. Yay! And we are planning to go to Prague. We just booked our tickets for us to go over the weekend to Hungary, Slovakia, and Austria. We're going to be in Bratislava. We're going to be in Budapest and Vienna. My husband has asked for one thing while we are in Vienna, and that's to go to the military museum. And we're going to go see the shirt that Franz Ferdinand was wearing when he was assassinated in Sarajevo, which is what instigated the entire First World War. I think that's really cool because I'm a history nerd, in case you guys didn't know. I'm all sorts of kinds of nerds. I'm a Disney nerd. I'm a Harry Potter nerd. I'm a Doctor Who nerd. I am a musical nerd. I'm also a history nerd and a Shakespeare nerd and traveling nerd. So I am nerd of all trades, pretty much. And I am looking forward to it so much. We're going to go eat chimney cakes, and it's been a while since she's been overseas, so it's going to be fun to show her all the things that we participate in and deal with every day over here. And we're going to have our joint podcast. We are going to be trying to hit some yarn shops. I think that at the end of the month of April, Alex is only here for 2 weeks, unfortunately, which is very sad, but I have fun activities planned, and I'm going to show you them in a second. Because hopefully by this point, she's already on an airplane, and so she can't see this until we're here. So, her birthday present came in, but I'm not going to show it to you because it's hidden away, along with other things, but actually what we're going to be doing as a keepsake for her trip here is I bought some bear skeins of yarn, and I have some Easter egg dye tablets, and we are going to be dyeing our own skeins of yarn to take with us and remember our trip forever. I'm very happy about this. I think it's a fun idea. It's cute. I've been doing some research. If you guys have ever done it, let me know, because I've never done it before. I've been watching videos from like ChemKnits, and they're very helpful, but I always like to also talk to people that have actually done it that way. So let me know how it worked for you, if there was something you wish you'd known before, what worked best, what didn't. Let me know. And I'm very happy that she's coming. And also, as I said, back at the end of the month, I think my husband and I are going to be in Frankfurt for a week. So if you're in that area, let me know. We'll hang out and do something. Or if you have been to the area before and you think that there's something I need to see, or a place that I need to go eat at, or if you know of a yarn store, you need to let me know if there's a yarn store in Frankfurt. I will make sure it is on the list of places that we go while I am there. So the other things that are going on in my life is my parents are coming to visit. My dad is coming this time, but that's not going to be until November. Other than that, we've talked about the possibility of me going to Croatia in August. Still nothing has been determined on that front yet, because there's been a lot of changes in Eric's unit in the 2 weeks since I talked to you last. So things are just very up in the air at this point. There is possibly going to be some hours changing, and there's going to be more work and more time apart. So there's just a lot up in the air, and so I'm really trying to enjoy the time with Alex being here, because it also means he's going to be here for 2 weeks because he took leave for while my friend is visiting, to make sure that he can get to know her a little better, because he's only really gotten to hang out with her once before, and that's just sad in my book, because we've been friends for over half of our lives at this point. He should know my best friends. So he took the 2 weeks, and so after these 2 weeks are over, I don't know what our schedule is going to be like. I am still going to be attempting to record every 2 weeks. I've been great at that so far this year, but I'm going to try and make sure that there's a little more to entertain you with, because this episode is short, y'all. I really don't have a lot to talk about right now. I mean, I have my worsted boxy. It's ready for the front and back panel, but a lot of my stuff is hidden away right now, or just put away since Alex is coming. And I want my house to be beautiful for while she's here. So until next time, do what makes your heart sing. For me, that's 2 sticks and string. See ya.